Everybody, Kevin Longquist at Sikkim Sports here with highly touted and road warrior defensive end Ricky DeBerry out of St. Christopher's School up in Richmond, Virginia, one of the most highly touted prospects in the 2015 class, and Ricky down here in DeSoto as a volunteer for the Rivals 250 Underclassmen Challenge. And Ricky, you first of all, I'm more impressed with the fact that you got in a car late Friday night and drove 7, 8, maybe 9 hours to get to DeSoto to be a part of this. What was that drive like?
I mean, it was very, very, very long. I mean, I've never drove cross country before, so it was exciting for me at first. But then I'm not used to sitting in one spot for a long period of time, so I went to sleep for like 5 times, and put a couple movies in to make the time go by faster. But I enjoyed it. A couple of my friends, and we just laughed and joked on the way there, and it was a good experience for me.
Let's talk a little bit about your being here at the camp. Just talk about why you're here as a volunteer and some of the things that you're just being a part of today.
One of my great friends, Sylvester Mayer's 2016 prospect, is here, and I've been supporting him throughout his recruitment. So his dad was coming up here to bring him to the camp. So I figured, if they were coming up here, I wanted to come, and while we were here, I wanted to visit TCU and Baylor while we're at it, so we can have a great weekend of just football, pretty much.
Okay, so let's talk about the Saturday visits to both TCU and Baylor and what you found in those. I know you were having to kind of snapshot visits because you had to go a couple of hours in Fort Worth and a couple of hours in Waco. But just talk about those two unofficial visits and what you saw out of them.
TCU, I visited TCU first. It was a great place. Coach Cross, he showed great hospitality. He showed me around the facility. They got a chance to meet with the head coach, Coach Patterson, and he gave us a little spill of what they do at TCU as far as players. And he always takes pictures with his seniors, and they always have a goal they want to reach for after every end of the weekend. And I feel like that's very organizing. It shows you what you want to accomplish, so it gives you a goal to reach for the weekend. It makes you want to work even harder to achieve those goals as well. So I enjoyed myself. Showed me the stadium, got to try on the jersey, of course, and then he just showed us the weight room, the records in the weight room. It was a great overall visit. I really enjoyed myself, and they really looking for edge rushers, guys like me, to help build the program and turn the program around and become national contenders. So I can see myself at TCU as well. And we drove down to Baylor right after the TCU trip. It took about an hour and a half, and then I got a chance. I met with Coach Acuff. He showed us academics. Got a chance, of course, try on the uniform. Showed us the weight room. Got a chance to, meet with some academic staff, and it was a great visit. He showed us the new facility they're building for the new stadium. It's going to be great. It's really very, very exciting to see what they're building out there, and I mean, I just really can't wait to go back and visit to see the final product.
Yeah, it was one of those things too with Coach Briles. Art Briles wasn't there today, or wasn't there yesterday. So where was he when you got a chance to talk to him?
He was at RG3's wedding. It was crazy because I had no idea RG3 was getting married today, and I called him. He was like, "You know where I'm at?" I said, "No, sir." He was like, "I'm at RG3's wedding." It kind of shocked me for a minute. I was like, "RG3's getting married," and I was like, to RG3, I said, "Congratulations." So it was a great feeling. He really talked to me about really wanting me to come to Baylor, and it's a great place to be, especially for academics as well. And it was just a great place. I really enjoyed myself.
You're one of the recruits that has an opportunity, or at least what you've been trying to do is whoever has offered you to try and go out and visit that school personally. Is that something that you've just kind of made a mission to yourself to do that? And what are you hoping to do if you can get to all the schools that have offered?
Well, me and my parents, we sat down and talked about it. We want to give everybody a fair shake and a fair opportunity to give off their school in the best way they possibly can. So we really don't want to count on anybody that we never been to or got a chance to meet the people there, because you never know what's the right place for you. So we just been trying to get to as many places as possible. And then, if we happen to don't get to all the places, then I'm pretty sure all the places that I have gone, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to make a decision from there. So,
are you, from a geographic standpoint, do you look and say, I could wind up playing in Washington, I could play in Texas, I could play, in Virginia? Is that kind of how you're thinking right now?
Yeah, my parents already told me they don't want to put a fence around where I go to school, because it's my dream is to become a Division I football player. So they want me to make the right decision, but they're going to help me make the right decision. So if I were to happen to commit to somewhere in Texas or Washington or California, somewhere, they want to make sure it's the right place for me and where I feel the most at home.
What do you feel like are some of the things in your game that are at a high level for you at this point?
First, my IQ. Me and my dad, we always look at college football games, NFL games, to see what side of defense are they aligned up on, and what kind of offense system are they running. He always try to help me get my IQ of the game higher, and I appreciate that. Also, especially my speed coming off the edge for a defense, especially, and then my versatility for my size. A lot of guys are big and really can't move, but God has blessed me with height, speed, and weight, so I can be very versatile with what I do.
6'2", 237. Is that just something as far as like a defensive end? Is there a lot of it's in order to play that position, you've got to be able to use your hands pretty well to get off the tight end or the outside tackle. Is that something that you feel like is a part of your game that's been going pretty well at this point?
Yeah, right now I just been trying to work on everything, especially my hands. Because that's you never really can get enough of working on everything. So I try to keep working on my speed, hands, power. I was trying to work on everything. I just want to become the best player I can be, and be able to succeed at everything I do. So I just try to work on everything.
Is this fun? Is it tiresome? How do you handle all this when you are the national recruit that you are?
It's fun. It's because you only go through this process one time. So I think it's very fun for me. It can be stressful at times, but that comes with it. So I deal with it. But it's very fun for me. I'm enjoying myself because I want to be able later down the road when I have my family, when I want to be able to share my experiences with them. So hopefully if they have a dream of becoming a Division I player, then I can share my experience with them with the recruiting process and share my knowledge as well. So it's just fun for me. I'm just picking up new things every day. It's just it's a learning experience.
If there was an odd, really bizarre moment throughout this process, can you remember it?
Not at the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I have some, but it's been some odd moments. But at the top of my head, I really can't think of one specific one.
All right, well, Ricky, we really appreciate your time and enjoy yourself out here today, and we'll look forward to keeping up with you. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
This is Kevin Lonnquist with Sikkim Sports. Thanks for watching.